Now we begin tonight with a global now alert. Another senior figure from Iran's regime has been eliminated. This time, the country's top intelligence chief has reportedly been taken out. We're bringing you the latest updates and key developments from across the Middle East. At the same time, a serious situation is unfolding domestically. Major disruptions are being reported at airports while essential security personnel, including TSA agents, Coast Guard members, Secret Service, and other federal workers have gone nearly a month without pay. This is happening during heightened global tensions involving what many consider the world's leading state sponsor of terrorism. Critics are pointing fingers at lawmakers over the shutdown of the Department of Homeland Security, arguing that national security risks are increasing at a critical time. Some political voices have been described that the situation as a strategy that is causing unnecessary hardship. The House Speaker is expected to respond, and Senator Josh Hawley, along with former FBI Deputy Director Bongino, will also weigh in with analysis. Meanwhile, a separate mystery is gripping attention nationwide. A 20-year-old student from Alabama has gone missing during a spring break trip to Barcelona, raising serious concerns and prompting an ongoing investigation. In another developing story, controversy is growing around remarks linked to political figure Zoran Mamdani's family, with reactions pouring in over statements being described as deeply troubling. But first, back to the escalating situation involving Iran. In just a short period, multiple high-ranking Iranian leaders have reportedly been killed in a series of targeted airstrikes. Heavy bombs were used against Iranian missile facilities and strategic locations near the Strait of Hormuz, signaling a significant intensification in military operations. For the latest on the conflict, we go live to our correspondent in Tel Aviv. A visibly pressured Iran has continued launching attacks across the region, threatening to destroy oil infrastructure. Earlier, a cluster-type weapon was fired toward Tel Aviv, breaking apart mid-air and dispersing smaller explosives over populated areas below. There are reports of casualties in a suburban area near Tel Aviv as emergency crews search through damaged buildings caused by the strike. Elsewhere, Saudi Arabia reports that multiple drones targeted its oil facilities while ballistic missiles were launched toward Riyadh. Officials, they say, trust in Iran has now completely collapsed. In Qatar, tensions have escalated further after an attack on a major natural gas site. In response, Qatari authorities have expelled an Iranian military representative, declaring him no longer welcome in the country. Within just 2 days, Israeli forces claim to have eliminated several high-value targets among Iran's remaining leadership. The Israeli military also reports that, for the first time, operations have extended into northern regions of Iran. Observers point out that Iran appears to be targeting civilian areas, while U.S. and Israeli operations are focused on military objectives. Now, here's an important detail often overlooked. Only a small percentage of U.S. oil imports pass through the Strait of Hormuz. However, for European nations, that number is significantly higher, making the region far more critical to their energy security. Despite this, when calls were made to European allies to assist in protecting shipping routes through the strait, the response was hesitant. This has raised concerns about the reliability of long-standing alliances. Some critics argue that NATO nations have relied heavily on U.S. defense supports for years, contributing less to their own security. Data shows that U.S. defense spending exceeds that of many allied nations combined, including major contributions to ongoing conflicts like Ukraine. Questions are now being raised about the strength and commitment of these alliances, especially as global tensions rise. There's also growing criticism of policies in parts of Europe, including concerns about immigration, integration, and internal security challenges. Some analysts claim these issues have weakened national stability and defense readiness. Despite the concerns, when asked to contribute to securing vital global energy routes, particularly those that directly impact their economies, several nations have shown reluctance. This has led many questions what has changed compared to past eras when international cooperation in the major global conflicts was more unified and decisive.